Hey guys, what's going on? So we recently got some patch notes for tomorrow's patch, along with another new hero, Tamarinne. So let's go ahead and check her out. She is a fire soul weaver. She is quite interesting due to the fact she has 5 skills. She can buff, dispel buffs, and also heal. So she is quite a well-rounded soul weaver. But let's get into her skills. So Serene Tune here is her basic skill in her Tamarinne form. This is pretty much like Destina's first skill, but it will also decrease the cooldown of Shining Star by a turn. Okay, wow. Okay, so her basic skill in idle form attacks all enemies with a beautiful voice, dispelling all buffs. Also, it'll trigger a dual attack from the ally with the highest attack. That's pretty dang crazy. You'll have to use Shining Star to go into idle form and then use Sing together, but that's on a basic attack, so that's pretty interesting. The next 2 skills have a cooldown of 2 turns. Song of the Forest is her second skill in her basic form. AoE healing, proportional to the caster's max health, and this will also decrease the cooldown of Shining Star by a turn. And her second skill in idle form, she'll increase the attack and combat readiness of all allies. And then her ultimate skill is how she transforms. We're only going to look at the After Awakening. Oh, begins every battle with a full cooldown count. That changes things for sure. It really makes her a little bit less viable, I would say, in something like Arena, because ultimately the only thing she can do in her basic form is recover a bit of health with her Serene Tune and heal with Song of the Forest. Really nothing else at all. So, I don't know, it's a little bit tough. The cooldown on her second skill is only 2 turns. So if you were to give her something like Magahara's Tome and a ton of speed, you could probably get the cooldown reduced pretty quickly on this, because using Song of the Forest will increase her combat readiness with Magahara's Tome, making her go again faster, and with a bunch of speed, you know, it could be pretty quick. Regardless, when she does transform, you dispel all debuffs, and it'll recover the caster to max health and grant an extra turn. Okay, well that's pretty nice. So when you are finally able to get the cooldown off, you have an extra turn to do either Climax or Sing together, depending on what you need more. I would say for PvE, she's probably much better than for PvP, because until you can transform, she is not doing much. So unless you plan to build her like no HP and just pure speed everywhere, so she gets that cooldown reduced super fast, I don't know, it's 9 turns. And then she's only in idle for 3 turns. Yeah, I don't know, she's kind of weird, I would say. It does look like she has a lot of capabilities. I'm actually wondering how she would do on auto. Since she really only has 2 options most of the time, she'd probably actually be pretty good. And then she would probably do Shining Star as soon as the cooldown's up, as most heroes do when their ultimates are off cooldown. Then again, she has no healing abilities in her idle form, and she would be that for 3 turns. So it probably wouldn't be a big deal if you do have her built with tons of speed, but like, she has what I would assume to be a nice heal with Song of the Forest with a cooldown of 2 turns. So it's like she could be your dedicated healer, but if you really need healing like every other turn, like in some hard places or so, then her going into the idle form might screw up your run. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. She's really weird. I mean, the cooldown of 9 turns is less than it sounds because she does reduce it with everything in normal form as well. So it's probably more like 4 because she will even get an extra turn. I would assume the cooldown still decreases while she's in idle form. So it's like, she uses it, gets an extra turn, cooldown's at 8 now. When she leaves idle form, it'll be at 5, because neither of her attacks reduce it. So I'd say she could be in idle form for like almost half the time, maybe around there. What happens with her Molagora skill enhances will also play a factor in what really is going on, so we can't really see that. So that's all I'm going to touch on it for now. I'm not too sure yet if I'm going to go for her. I'll probably wait till she's in-game and check out a bit more. But we also have a new artifact, maybe this will help her. Well, this is pretty interesting. I mean, she could be the front line, but on the other hand, it's going to be a little bit hard to have a front line when you're trying to go for tons of speed. I mean, granted, my Destina has a speed set, and she is my front line most of the time because she is still so tanky, so it could work. And this doesn't sound bad, for sure not. Combat readiness by 20% of the highest attack unit? That sounds pretty good. We also got a 4-star artifact, has haste there on the front, it's a pretty cool looking card. Alright, you can decrease Earth Elemental Heroes combat readiness by 10% when you attack them. It says single attack, I'm not sure what that really means. Could be pretty good as well, maybe in Arena. Because again, I'm assuming a lot of things because I'm a scrub at Arena, but like probably in the higher ups, everyone has tons of speed and it could be very, very close. So if you put this on a Thief and there's a Earth Elemental Hero that's going just a bit faster than you are, you can hit them with a single attack and they'll be behind you, and that definitely could change the course of the arena battle for sure. So of course, along with that new stuff, we're gonna have a new banner. Unfortunately, still no Luna. When is Luna coming? And as usual, a side story as well. I do like the changes they made to side story where we can go to hell difficulty, spend 30 stamina and get a lot more stuff. Special branch is gonna be the currency. And these heroes will get the buffs. I should actually raise Karen. I heard she's quite good. I told myself I wouldn't be raising any more heroes, especially any more DPS until I get my current ones sorted. Most importantly, let's check out the rewards we can get. I mean, yeah, it's typically all the same stuff, but like Mercenaries Medicine, I haven't heard of that. It's most likely an epic catalyst. I don't pay too much attention to the names, but being able to get 6 epic catalysts, if it's for someone you need, is quite nice. I would get them anyway, to be honest, because you're gonna be raising another hero at one point, and if they need it, then cool. You saved yourself a crap load of farming. And we got some more rewards here, just for kind of doing the event stuff. Also, a new challenge, Dagger Sikhar's challenge. Oh, I wonder if we'll get those new reputation things. Oh, and we can get the 4-star artifact here. Okay, pretty cool, it's a free one. 20% chance on Hell, and if I remember right, Hell is very expensive. 30 stamina for Hell, so yeah, if you want to max it out, it's going to be quite expensive stamina-wise. Also, you can't get Powder of Knowledge from it. Also, if you can clear Hell difficulty, you get a gold transmit stone, so that's cool. Yes! Thank you! In auto battle, Mascot Hazel skill, a girl in uniform, now target the ally with the highest attack. This is literally what I was thinking. I was literally hoping they would do this. Like, exactly this sentence was running through my head yesterday while I was in auto battle mode, and she just kept giving it to herself. Got some English voice lines fixed. Some stuff with chatting doesn't seem very important, but read it if you want. I think this is pretty good. When attacking a building that is empty, a warning pop-up will now appear, so since we're all pretty new to Guild War, that could be a mistake that happens. Everything else doesn't seem super important. We got more gold for Hunt, nice. Approximately 15% more gold from Hunt, it's always good. Also, rare grade equipment and accessories has decreased significantly, and the drop rate of heroic grade equipment and accessories has increased significantly. Also awesome. Sound effect boss skills, okay, cool. Side story rewards have been buffed, gold doubled, and equipment levels have risen. From treasure chests in normal, hard, and hell difficulties. Oh, that's also pretty cool. You only need to complete Hunt once per day now instead of 3. That's nice. Some days I just don't want to do Hunt, so I just do my 3 and then get on with it, but now 1, cool. Violet and Violet Talisman are now in normal Covenant Summon. Also, the Powder of Knowledge inventory change that was advertised in the 1-9 update. Patch notes has been delayed. I actually went back to the 1-9 patch notes just now and skimmed through it, and I may have just been skimming too lazily, but I didn't really see what they were talking about. I honestly haven't messed with the Powder of Knowledge yet, so I'm not really up to date with that. Unless, of course, they're talking about the fact that they switch the artifacts every now and then. That would make a little bit more sense because they're waiting until they have a remaining time counter on it to make that switch. Okay, yes, I'm pretty sure that's what they mean. Okay, never mind. And a preview for the next side story. But I guess that's pretty much it for tomorrow's update, the rundown of it. Got a new hero, another side story, cool beans, and the fact Mascot Hazel will now target the one with the highest attack. That's the best thing about this patch. Yeah, make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Leaving a like if you happen to enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.